Hello kids, in today's class we are going to start with the new chapter Geometry Basics. So let us start the chapter with the following given things. First of all, we have straight lines and we know what are the straight lines. This is a slant line, this one is a sleeping line which we also call horizontal line, and this one is a vertical line or straight line, right? Then we have curved lines. The lines which are not straight, they make curves. They are called curved lines. Then we have open shapes. Open shapes are the shapes where the ends they are not meeting each other or they are not closed. And the last one we have closed shapes. So where the starting and the end point are same or they are getting close, they are called as closed shapes. Okay. Now let's go to the angles and see what is written over here. Put these closed shapes into two groups. Color the shapes with straight lines in yellow and the shapes with curved lines in blue. So let us start this, kids. What we are going to do is we have to color the shapes with straight lines in yellow. So instead of yellow, I am picking red here. Just marking, I'm picking red here. So what we have to do, we have to color the shapes with straight line in red. Where we have straight lines, this in this figure, all the lines are straight lines. Okay, yes, all these one. And then here also we have straight lines. All these are the part of straight lines. Then in this triangle also we have lines, straight lines. Apart from this, the leftover ones, these these figures, they have curved lines. This is curved, these are also curved, and here this is also curved. Now, what we have next is angles. So, kids, before we learn that what are angles, I want to make you learn certain things first. So, in that way, you will be able to understand angles much better. Okay, so I'm going to start with the point. What is the point? So, a point is a basic unit of geometry. Okay, and it is represented by a dot. This is a point, and this point is help us to locate a particular location. It shows us the exact location. So supposedly we have a plane. Okay, so let us consider this. We have a sheet. I am marking 2 points here, a these 3 points. Okay, now if I ask you a particular location here, then it will be difficult to tell because we have 3 dots. We cannot say this dot, that dot, and all. So how we are going to define it? We are just going to give them a name. So we generally use capital letters, and any capital letter you can use here. Okay, so this is A, I'm marking this as A, I'm marking this as B, this is C, and we can have many other points D. So now if I ask you that locate the point D, so we know where is D. Locate the point C, we know where is C. A, B, now we know all the points. And these points, they are generally telling us location of anything. Okay, we have seen in Google Maps also, whenever we have to find a location, it gives us a symbol, and the most precise symbol is always a dot, right? So a dot helps us to find out a particular location. It shows the exact location, and we represent it with a capital letter. We name it with a capital letter, and we represent it with the help of a dot, right? This is clear. Now next, what we have here is a line. What is a line? So a line is a collection of points. So let's say I have many points, these many points. Okay, and now if I try to join these points, what I am getting is a line. Okay, so a line is a collection of points going endlessly in both the directions along a straight path. So what does that mean is, first of all, a line is always straight. First thing, a line is always straight, and the second thing is it has no end point. That means it has no starting point and it doesn't have any end point. It goes infinitely in both the directions. Okay, so we can also say that a line has a collection of infinite points. It has no ends, it has no starting or ending point, and it is always straight. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here is, in this line, I'm just taking any 2 points. I'm taking A and let's say I'm taking B here. This AB is a line. Now, how we have to write this line as? Like in the case of the dot, we were writing dot and then we were writing the name A. So here we are representing this line AB as AB, and on top of it we have to draw a line having arrows at both the ends, which shows that these two are not the ends, but these are the continuous in both the direction. This is continuous in both the directions. Okay, so this is how we represent AB. So kids, now if I ask you to draw a line, let's say XY, if I ask you draw a line XY, then how you have to draw it? Just draw a straight line and the end should have arrows. Both the ends should have arrows here. I'm marking the arrows here, and you can take any 2 points and mark them as X and Y here. Okay, so now this XY is a line. Similarly, we have MN. So they have given MN, they have represented MN as a line. It goes like this. Okay, it goes like this. That means it is extending in both the directions. Now, this is done. Next, what we have is line segment. So a line segment is a one line segment. So now a line segment is a line which has two fixed start point and end point. Okay, so now in this case, if I'm writing A and B here, that means this is the starting point of the line and this is the end point of the line. Okay, so how I can write this line as? I can write this as AB, which shows that the starting point is A and the end point is B, and it is represented by AB and a bar above. Okay, and I can also write this line as BA, line segment, sorry, BA. So when I'm writing BA, now the starting point is B and the end point is A. Also understand that since the starting and the end point is fixed, so the length of the line segment is always fixed. So let's say I'm taking this line segment and the length is 3 centimeter. So if I say what is the length of AB, answer will be 3 centimeter. And if I ask you that what is the length of BA, then also it will be 3 centimeter. Why? Because the end points are fixed here. Okay, but in the case of the line, there is no fixed length. Why? Because there are no end points, so there are no fixed length. I am writing here no fixed length. The length is infinite. Length is infinite. So kids, I hope you have understood these. Let me reiterate what I have told you. First of all, we have understood that what is a point. A point is the smallest thing used in the geometry which is used to locate anything. It tells us about the exact location of anything. It is represented by a dot and it is named by any capital letter. Okay. Then we have learned that what is a line. A line is it is a connection of all the points in a straight line. Okay, and it has no fixed length, it has no fixed starting or no fixed starting point, no fixed end point. It goes endlessly in both the direction, and we can say it has infinite length. Also, a line is always straight. And how we can name a line? If I say that we have to make a line AB, then we have to represent this with AB and a bar above which is ending with arrows in both the direction, which shows that this line is not the end, it is extending in both the directions. Okay, now also kids, we have learned about the line segment. A line segment, in the case of the line segment, we have fixed starting point, fixed end point, and thereby we get a fixed length also. And we denote a line segment with the name of the line AB, name of the line segment and a bar above. The first point tell us the starting point, the second tell us the end point. Okay, and it has a fixed length. This is done. Now, the last part which I want to tell you here is a ray. We have something called as ray also. So, a ray is denoted something like this. A ray has a fixed starting point, but the end point is not fixed. Okay, the end point is not fixed. So that means if the end point is not fixed, that means the length is also not fixed, because we only know the starting point. And how we can, I'm writing here also, length is not fixed. So kids, till now what we have learned, the length of only line segment is fixed. Here also length is not fixed, it is infinite. How we represent a ray? A ray is represented by the starting point and then B where it is ending, and it goes like this. Okay, it is represented by AB and arrow at the end in the side of B. It means it is extending in this direction, and here A, it shows that it is the starting point here. Now see here, AB bar is not equal to BA bar. Okay, why? Because when we see this, B is not the starting point. This means that B is a starting point and it is going endlessly in the direction of A, which is not true. Okay, so when we write reverse of it, they will never be equal. Okay, so now kids, you know what is a point, what is a line segment and ray. Now let us understand that what is an angle. So angle is a combination of a point and two rays. Okay, and we can also say that two rays meet at a point and form an angle there. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's see. Here, first of all, I'm taking a point. I'm taking a point A. I have marked A. From here, from this point, I am making a ray. So what is a ray? Fixed starting point, but the end point is not fixed. So I'm marking it as AB. And from the same point, I am making another ray in this direction, and I'm marking this as C. So a angle is what? It is the combination of a point and two rays. This is one ray, this is another ray. Or two rays meet at a point and form angle here. So this is our angle. Okay, this part is angle, and we can write this angle as CAB or BAC. Now, we represent angle with this. This is the symbol to represent angle. For that reason, I have written angle here. Angle CAB, that means we are measuring from here, and BAC means we are measuring from here. Okay, so this is the angle. So, whenever somebody asks you, they give you some angle, let's say they are giving you some angle like this, L, M and N. So in this case, kids, M is the point where the two rays ML and MN are meeting and forming an angle. Okay, this is the angle. And if somebody asks you that what are the two arms of the angle, the two arms of the angles are the two rays forming the angle. Okay, are two rays forming the angle. So if I say in this particular scenario, ML and MN are the arms. or the two rays which are forming angle. And what are the possible name of this angle? It, you can write this as angle LMN or angle NML also. Also kids, sometimes we name this angle as angle M also. The angle at this point M is angle M also, but generally we avoid it. Why? Because when we'll have bigger figures, we'll have many angles. Then from the same angle many angles can be formed, so it's always better to write the complete name. But just in case if you have only one or two angle at the different points and this angle is not getting intersected, you can also write it as angle M, but it is always advisable to write it in a proper form. Okay, so now I hope that you have understood that what is an angle. An angle is a combination of a point and the two rays, or we can say that two rays, they meet each other at one particular angle. So in this figure, A is the point AC and AB. I'm writing here AC and AB are the two rays which are also called as arms of the angle, and the angle is CAB BAC. The angle, this point will always be in the middle. Okay, this point, whenever we are writing the name, the angle, the name of the angle will always be in the middle. We cannot write, if I consider CAB, I cannot name this as BCA. That will be wrong. That shows that the angle is at C, which is not true. Okay, so the point where the angle is forming should always be in the middle when we are naming it. Okay, so kids, this is about the angles we have learnt now. And now let us pick up this exercise 9A here. But before that, this is the thing which we have to do. So what is written over here is, in angles, two sides that meet at a corner forms an angle for these figures. So these are the figures which they have drawn. So kids, if you see this square, this is the point where these two rays, they are meeting. They have also shown that it's a ray. Okay, and this is the angle. These two rays, they are forming angle here. Similarly, this is the angle here, this is the angle here. Okay, so these are the angles they are forming. And similarly, they have shown this person, they are making angle here, in the arm here, in the leg here, and inside this we have different angles. In the chessboard also we have angles. And whenever you will see any object around you, you will always find angles in them. Even if you see the doors, the windows, the table you are sitting on, your bag, everything, they have angles. Okay, now let us pick up this exercise 9A. The first question says, mark any one angle that you see on each of these. So kids, I am marking the angle in red here. Okay, we see this angle, this is also angle. So at the corners we have angle, and here also, here also, here also, in the window pane also we have many angles here. Now let us go to this laptop. So then this laptop, this is the point, sorry, yeah, this is the point, and these two are these 2 points, they are meeting. This, at this point, these two rays are meeting here. This is angle. Similarly, this is also angle, right? Here also we have angle, here also. So many angles over here. And when we see this kite, this is one angle we see, this is another angle we see, third angle we see, fourth angle we see. So here also we have many angles. And now in this slice of pizza, we have this point, two rays meeting here. This is one angle, this is one angle, this is one angle. And when we see this K, this is the point, two rays, this is an angle we see here, and we also see one angle over here. Okay, so we have many, in fact this also we have angle here, right? Now in question number 2, mark any one angle that you see in each of these traditional Indian dances. So again we have to do the same thing, we have to mark the angles. I'm taking black color here. So this is one angles in this Kathak position, in Lavani, we have this angle. In Dandiya, we have this angle. If you see, this is one angle. If you see, this is another angle. Okay, these two are the angles. Here, this was the angle, this is the angle, and in the last one, Bharatnatyam, this is the angle. Okay, so we can very well see that the two lines, the two rays, where they are meeting each other, they are forming an angle. Okay, so this was about the angles, and now in the next class we are going to learn about the type of angles, and then we have an exercise based on it. Okay, so I will see you all in the next class now. Thank you.